We are so fortunate to be in downtown Greensboro at William Mangum's gallery today. He is a really famous artist, one of my favorites. So thank you, Bill, for having us, and I'm excited to talk to you and to show off your gallery, which is one of my favorite places in Greensboro.
Well, I'm flattered as well. You know, you and I go back a number of years, and we hold this community dear to our heart.
Well, absolutely. Now, where did you grow up?
Well, my dad was in the Navy, so we traveled eastern U.S. from Newport, Rhode Island to Charleston. But my mom had a stroke when I was 8 years old, and I was brought back to North Carolina. I was born in Pinehurst, but I came back and I grew up in a little hollow called Mamers, North Carolina, on a tobacco farm. Yeah. Maybe that's the love affair I have with the rural community.
What brought you to Greensboro?
Great question. Well, for art, when I transferred from a community college, Sandhills, there were two schools of art. One was East Carolina, and then there was UNCG. And while it has a stellar art department, it had one distinctive advantage, and that was women.
Because it was the women's college.
That's right, it used to be the women's college.
You've done a lot of your art originally was landscapes in North Carolina, but then I was fortunate enough to get an invite to one of your gallery openings that I actually could come to, and I noticed your art had changed. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because it amazes me what you've done.
I have created over 5,000 original paintings, but I built my brand as a watercolorist, and then about 9 years ago I transitioned to acrylics, and today it's a whole plethora of contemporary work to my transitional landscapes. You know, every day when you come into the studio, you face a blank canvas, and it is a bit challenging. So one of the things I always do is always leave something behind. So the next morning as I step in, I pick up where I left off. And it's a much easier transition and to create new work.
And above my fireplace, and it's one of my prized possessions, is a Bill Mangum. I will tell you, when people come in my house, everyone comments on when they walk in.
The beauty, I think, that I have is the relationship with our clients, just like you. You know, you build that trust, and I've got this wonderful little sign that says, buy art from living artists. The dead ones don't need it.
Exactly. I love that. I mean, and it's true.
It is true.
If someone wanted to come visit your gallery, is it open or is it appointment only?
Well, after we closed the retail gallery after 42 years, moving into the studio, it's by appointment. But for the most part, we're here every afternoon.
What's your website?
It's williammangum.com.
Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Sure.